statement because just this week I had a conversation with a cousin of mine who's had, I think, a second or third surgery where he had a tumor on.
Yes.
And he said, he didn't know all of his family, but the doctors, when he went overseas, pulled up his family tree.
Yes.
And showed him, and he knew of this.
Yes.
In a broad sense, of how cancer just ran through his whole family.
Yes.
And so he was saying, he just accepted, it's cancer.
Sure.
It's in my family. I'm going to have it. If I had children, they'd have it. And he just accepted it.
Yes.
But lifestyle changed.
Sure. Yeah.
Because culturally speaking, we live the way we're raised and our
Yes.
families are. It's just the way it is,
Yeah.
But culturally speaking, you're saying if we change the culture of our family home lifestyle,
yes,
that much more chance we have of
We can
avoiding
change.
some things.
Sure. And in fact, there are studies that have looked at that very point.
Yes.
They took individuals who had their PSA, which is a marker, and in terms of prostate cancer and other factors associated with the prostate can cause the PSA level to go up. But the time it takes for it to double its level is what we call the doubling time. And the sooner that happens, the quicker that happens, the more the likelihood that something is really going on that needs to be addressed, right? So it's not looking at the number as one number in point in time, but how it changes over time. And there are a group of individuals who have prostate cancer, but because of the level, they do what they call watchful waiting. They don't do anything. They see what happens over a period of time. And in one study, they changed the lifestyle of half of the group, and the other group, they let them just go on. And then they evaluated them over the period of months. And they found out that the ones that had this change in lifestyle, the doubling time, increased significantly. And that means it really slowed down the growth rate. But the others, theirs accelerated, and some of them, they actually went on to have treatment for, prostate cancer, when the others whose lifestyle was changed, actually the PSA level did not increase, it actually went down. So showing that lifestyle, and that was the study where they looked at the genetic expression and all of this, and they saw that all these genes were turned off.
Folks were just on Thursday, so what's happening on Friday?
Friday we're the solution to heart disease.
Oh boy.
We have Sandro Fabla, who is a cardiovascular rehabilitation specialist from the Bermuda Hospital, being up, and he's going to talk about this whole aspect of heart disease and
Causes, prevention, cures.
It has more to do with personal choice, like the other two,
Mercy.
than any other factor. But it is a very costly disease.
Yeah.
I mean, it has a lot to do with our current healthcare problems we're in now. I mean, it's you go away for a cardiac procedure and it's over $100,000. It could be that. This is one person, right? But lifestyle.
I tell people all the time, it does cost more to eat right. Get fruit and veg and certain things, but when you look at the long-term savings,
actually,
you can't beat that.
Actually, it costs less.
Yeah, it does cost less.
Considering $100,000,
costs much less
per person. You're looking at something that's costing us significantly, and if we adjusted our whole lifestyle, and all of that is a part of a wider approach to health and wellness, and it's not where it needs to be. For example, the cheapest foods at the supermarket are what?
Are the worst foods.
Right. So why is it that the healthiest foods cost the most? Is that by design?
I dare to say it's possible. It's quite possible it's by design. It's also quite possible it's not as popular. And so those things that are popular sometimes cost far less. Right? And I think once our society begins to make more holistic life changes, we're going to demand a certain product more. And it's going to become more accessible to us than the products we think we want or we think we need. You know.
Well, you know, the truth of it, part of that is by design, and that actually there are scientists that actually design the foods that people eat so that they will be addicted.
Oh, sure.
So that you will get hooked on it and you will stay on it for life. So it's a part of a diabolical plan to get you from a baby and keep you for life.
Well, what's better than being hooked on the right thing?
There's nothing better.
There's nothing better than that. And that's where and I think a lot of this is perception. You know,
Hello, good morning.
When you say lifestyle change, as a culture within your family, you've seen or been told or had, put sugar on everything.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
That is the norm. So your perception is, well, if I don't put sugar on something, that must be strange.
Sure.
Whereas in another family,
that works
they
in a
may
way, I
only
guess.
use sugar sparingly, according to
Except
need
that
and
works in a
taste
way, I
and
guess.
quantity,
Yes.
when it's necessary, so to speak.
It's
And
easier
so
to get to the house from the South Shore bus.
the norm. But the
Yes.
two different
So
norms
it's
are
easier
going
to
to
get
promote
to
two
their
different
house from the
outcomes.
South Shore
And then,
bus.
according to your body, you'll really find out what is the actual norm, because
Sure.
your body's going to respond adversely.
Yes.
You had bus
one
fare?
type of stimuli than the other.
And it, and the
Okay,
very
I'll
fact
go
of
to the
the
house and get
addictive quality
come
of
up
it,
there.
it puts you in a place that even if you desire to do differently, there's this drawing,
Okay.
because it affects your pathways in your brain, in the same pathways that you deal with cocaine, heroin, and other things. When you have these highly stimulating foods, and that's why sometimes people who stop taking certain drugs, they will eat a lot of sweets and other things, because it's giving you that same fix.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then sometimes you end up with cavities.
Yeah.
Make
You, you end up with that, and you end up with cancer and a lot of other things. We know that cancer cells consume 50 times as much of sugar as your normal cells.
Oh boy.
So you eat a lot of sugar, then your blood sugar spikes, right? Then your insulin spikes, and insulin is like a growth hormone.
That's true.
And then insulin, like growth factor 1, increases, and that stimulates growth. So if you have an abnormal growth to begin with, and you feed yourself these growth stimulating factors, then you're only accelerating the rate of growth of cancer or any other type of development.
Well, this morning, folks, we've been educated again, indirectly, but quite directly, on the Adventism again, lifestyle change. And as you make lifestyle changes, the hymn that is looking towards the second Advent is going to try to have habits and circumstances within the hymn that promote healthy living, temperate lifestyle, discipline, and things of that nature. And I'm sure a lot of what is going to be talked about on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night is biblically based. Am I correct in assuming that?
I sure hope so. Yes.
Amen. Well, folks, come out. Any last words?
Just a reminder again, next Wednesday, 6:30, at the Bermuda Institute Gymnasium, Dr. Alabama Fountain. Could I get diabetes? Thursday, the 3rd, lifestyle and prostate cancer, Jerry Landy from Bermuda Cancer and Health. And Friday, 6:30, the solution to heart disease, Sandro Foppola, cardiovascular rehabilitation specialist. So I'm encouraging all of you to come on out and take charge, be responsible. We need to take charge of our own lives, and I think the health professional should be your coach, your support, but ultimately you need to take that responsibility, because your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost,
The living God.
and so we're living to glorify Him.
All right, we want